Today, we're going to see the last time the Republicans won three consecutive U.S. Senate elections in each state. We've already done this for the Dems. Today, it's the GOP. Three wins in a row. That requires some sort of dominance across different political cycles. And it's going to include both Senate seats, not just one. So usually that's going to be spread across 6 years. And we're only going to go back as far as the direct election era. That's going to be since 1914. Before that, senators were elected by the state legislatures, and it's a little bit less interesting. And this also could include special elections, as long as the same senator doesn't get reelected on the same day as the special election. There can be an exception if there's two different senators. So at the top, I've got 10 tiers of shading, starting with the 2020s, going back every 10 years until we get before the 1950s. Then there also might be some states where it's never happened. So make your predictions now. Which states have the Republicans never done it in? There's always going to be some surprises on here, and if there's any mistakes with this data, let me know down below in the comments. So let's get started. In the 2020s, Republicans have won three consecutive Senate elections. From West Coast to East, we've got Alaska, Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, North and South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Florida, South Carolina, and finally North Carolina. All those states pretty much active streaks in the last one or two elections. Let's go back to the 2010s now. Now it's going to get a little bit more interesting. We've got three states here. All of them were in 2016. First is Alabama. The reason that streak snapped was Doug Jones, the Democrat, winning the special in 2017. Then we've got two current purple but former red states. It's Arizona and Georgia. Both of those Republicans were winning Senate elections all the time, but it snapped after 2016. Now back another decade, the 2000s. We've got five states. First is Colorado in 2002. Next, in the Northeast, it's Maine. That was 2008. That state used to have two Republican senators for a little while. Next door, it's also New Hampshire in 2004. Then we've got Ohio, also in the same year. Finally, it's Virginia. That year was 2002 when the Republicans last pulled it off. Back into the 1990s, we've got one state this time. It's on the West Coast. It's Oregon. Republicans last pulling off the feet here in 1992. Let's go back into the 1980s now. First, it's Minnesota in 1988. It's the same year in another Rust Belt state. It's Pennsylvania. Now we're starting to go farther back now. It's the 1970s. First, let's do the Southwest. We've got the land of enchantment, New Mexico. 1978 was the last time the GOP pulled off three straight here. Three more states, they're all in the Northeast. First, it's Maryland in 1974. Then it's Vermont at 72. Finally, it's Delaware in 1970. If we keep going back farther, we've got no new states in the 1960s. So we'll go back another tier into the 1950s. Let's go to the West Coast. Let's plug in the big state. It's California. The year here is 1954, and that does include a special election. Now we'll go to the East Coast. We've got Connecticut. The year here is 1956. Now this one is tricky because it includes a special election on the same day as a regular election, but it's with two different senators. If you don't count that, you got to go back to 1928. But for me, I'm going to include it in 1956. Then let's do New York. The year here is 1958. Now they were close a little bit after that with James Buckley. He was technically not a Republican, he was a conservative. So strictly speaking, with Republicans, the year is 58. Nearby, we've got New Jersey. The year here is 1954. Now we've got a couple more states. Let's do Wisconsin. The year this time is 1956. So it's been a long time there in the Badger State. But what about neighboring Michigan? It's not a super blue state, but you've got to go way back to 1952. So now we're running low on states. We're going to go back before the 1950s. Let's look at Massachusetts. The year this time is 1948. That's the last time Republicans did three in a row, but you've got to go back even further if you go to Rhode Island. The year this time is 1930. A couple years before that, if you go to Illinois in 1928, that is going to include a special election. What about even earlier than that? Well, if we go to the Northwest in Washington, they got two in the 1980s, but if you're looking for three in a row, you're going way, way back to 1920. But even before that, we've overlooked one super red state. This has to be a mistake. Republicans must have done it way more recently in West Virginia. But Dems actually had so much success for so long in this state, up until very recently, that you've got to go way back to 1918. That was the last time Republicans won three in a row here. That's including one that goes before the direct election era. They're very likely to end that streak going forward, but Joe Manchin winning in 2018 kind of prevented the GOP getting three in a row. So pretty shocking that the reddest state out here has the longest drought. But then we've still got three states left. And all three of these states, Republicans have never won three in a row in the direct election era. Those states are Hawaii, Nevada, and Montana. And that completes the map. So there are some shocking states on here. Most notably, it's West Virginia, like we just talked about. There's almost no question that drought is going to end soon, but right now it's absolutely shocking. It's even shocking how they've done it way more recently in some blue states, but not in others. Almost any party could win one, maybe two in a row over the past 50 or 60 years, but winning three, that takes talent. You might wonder how they've done it way more recently in Oregon, Minnesota, New Hampshire, or Maine, but way less recently in Montana, Wisconsin, or Michigan. All I could say is there were different types of Democrats, different types of Republicans running in different types of environments on different issues. So sometimes you get the right senator in there with the right kind of appeal, and they're able to win some elections. And as far as the states that have never done it, Hawaii, super blue, likely to never happen anytime soon. Nevada, purple state, could happen if the state gets a little bit redder or if the Republicans run the right races. And Montana, that's certainly a redder state, but for a while, Dems have had a lot of success there. But if the Republicans win this year, that will be the first time they've actually won three in a row. So they've got a great opportunity to end that drought and do something they've never done before. So if you compare this to the map for the Dems, they've never done it in 4 states. Republicans have 3. And it might be a long, long time before it happens again in some of these bluer states. It's not easy to win 3 in a row, but it's always fun to see the last time it happened. So this is the last time Republican senators caught fire in 3 consecutive elections and put up wins. So let me know in the comments. What do you think about this map and any of the data? Which state surprised you the most? On your way out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.